This problem will walk us through margin of safety in terms of dollars as well as a ratio. The problem we continue to work through is a problem using Anheuser-Busch financial data as listed up above. We're turning our attention now to requirement number 4, which asks us to calculate the margin of safety for dollars as well as the ratio for the current year. So I suggest you try to do this before watching the video on your own. To figure out the margin of safety, we have to turn our attention back to the break-even analysis that we performed in an earlier video. And so I pulled over all this data we used to figure out the break-even. And we came up with a break-even in terms of dollars of $9,575,000,000, and in terms of units it was 76 million barrels of beer. So we're going to look with the margin of safety. What the margin of safety tells us is how far are we away from this break-even point. So we needed to know the break-even point, and we need to know, well, how many sales did we actually have. So the formula is margin of safety for dollars is the actual sales or expected sales minus the break-even sales. So the break-even sales, like we said before, were 9 billion. The actual sales were listed up here above as given to us by the problem. Remember, this is in millions, so I'm going to have to multiply it by 1 million to get the actual dollar amount. So let me just format this so it looks similar to the other number. So 15 billion. So if we have actual sales of 15 billion, break even is 9 billion. The margin of safety, the farther the distance we have until we hit break even, which is not good. We don't want to go backwards, but we have plenty of cushion. Our sales can drop $6 billion before we start not losing money but not making money. Anything below that we start to lose money. So that's the margin of safety in terms of dollars, which is nice to know, but I might also want to be able to convey that in terms of a percentage, because dollars can be very large and not very meaningful in talking in abstract terms. So margin of safety ratio takes the margin of safety in dollars, which we just calculated, and it's divided by the actual or the expected sales, which we figured out from the data given to us. And so if we perform this math, our margin of safety ratio is 0.39. What that tells us is our sales can drop 39% before we hit break even. So a much cleaner way to indicate how far are we from break even, I think, is the margin of safety ratio.